Hey man, say man, it's Lil Shay man, checking at you. Damn, I said the shit wrong. Checking in with you all the way from the 8. That's Raleigh, but we at Kasi Library today, and we in Kasi Library with Nadifa. You feel me?
What's up? What's up?
Yeah, you gonna have to like twist it a little bit towards your mouth.
Like twist it.
Like twist the actual mic. Yup, that
like
way.
So like that.
Yup. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling blessed. I'm feeling rejuvenated. I woke up and had a good breakfast. So.
Yeah. What you eat?
I just had a smoothie, really, but it had like a lot of good energizing fruits.
Strawberry smoothie?
Nah, it's gonna sound crazy. The fruits and stuff I put in it, but best believe
you don't want to tell me?
No, I'm gonna tell you. But when I say you the combination, I don't want to seem no crazy like
you don't see no crazy
bag, you know. But I put a banana in it. I put some lemon, an orange, some ginger, and some turmeric.
Ain't nothing in there sound crazy to me.
I said it to my siblings, and it was like orange, banana, and turmeric. But the ginger and the turmeric and the lemon, it's good for your gut. And
right.
So I've been trying to detox.
I feel like that's what people put in they stuff. I don't know.
No, for sure.
You always got like a juice with some turmeric in it for sure. Health benefits. I don't know what they are, but I'm familiar with what turmeric is.
Yeah, I think it's anti-inflammatory. It's all that other good stuff. All I know is I'm trying to clean my gut out.
Okay.
Yeah, all the moving around and stuff like that, I feel like kind of got my body feeling crazy.
Okay. So, all right, we gotta start with the introduction of Nadifa. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Who is Nadifa, and what should people know you for? You know, I'm not gonna ask you what you do, but like, what would you like them to know you for?
I feel like, let me start. My name is Nadifa. I usually just go with my first name, but I don't mind people know my last name. But people know me as an artist. That artistic ability could be my visual arts, like my painting. It could be my creative direction. It could be my writing. I feel like right now I'm in a space where I'm kind of shifting some things. So what people used to know me for might not be too much of what, I'm moving towards now.
For sure.
But all in all, people know me as being someone that is a creative person that speaks on personal development, personal experiences, but told in a very layered, complex, creative fashion.
For sure.
Something in that nature.
Yeah. Okay, so what you say? You said you were an artist. Like, what does artist consist of?
It's funny. I was actually having a conversation with I actually had this conversation a lot. I think I even probably had it with you.
Probably.
But I'm in a really strong belief that however you think is a direct reflection of how you create. Okay. So for me, I'm such a visual person. Like I think I told you this before. Like I see everything. I have to like literally. Like how when you're gonna see me talking throughout this whole podcast, I'm gonna be like looking up or looking sideways because I'm like picturing what I'm saying so I can translate them into words. And so, for me, being an artist is me expressing what I see in the world every day. Like it's kind of like an outlet. Like you filling a cup of water, you eventually got to pour the picture out somewhere. So it's just like I'm filling up with all this inspiration every time I walk outside. Every time I'm having conversations with people, I'm being inspired. Every time I read a book, every time I watch a podcast, every time anytime I'm absorbing some stuff, my mind is immediately in like creative mode because it's something I can't really help. So when people say like, sometimes people try to like separate the two. They'll be like, oh, this is Nadifa and she's an artist. Mm-hmm. No,
Nadifa is an artist.
Nadifa is an artist. It's not an and. I feel like an and makes it kind of like a separate thing.
Okay. But
it's truly the way that I express myself. Like, I speak a lot in like analogies and stuff like that. I keep using the word creative. That's the best way I can say it. But I'm a very imaginative person. So like I have no choice but to extend that. And I'm pretty sure you probably, especially for someone that does music, like you probably think in terms of music probably a lot. Like even when you're doing a podcast, you're probably like thinking about the sounds and like.
That's so funny.
And I'm sure you do, right?
No, I think in pictures.
You think in pictures?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. You want? I mean, I know you really. It's like it's not really an interview, but I guess I'm just curious of like how does that work for you? Like when you.
I can picture it in my head. I can picture what I want to say, and I have to find the words to create the accurate, and you know what I'm saying, picture of what I'm trying to say. And pretty much, I think through song that I can do it pretty accurately. When I'm writing down like complete sentences, hard, terrible, or at least I feel like from my experience with like school and college. They never got what I was trying to say when I would write it in complete sentences. Right. But, like, put it in a song, I got you.
It's easy. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got you.
So, do you, like, when you're making music?
Yes. Come on. Let's go.
I'm just curious. When you're making music, do you, is it, like, a translation from what you see in visual? Or does it just come naturally? Or is it something like your, like, auditorial art, you have to work a little harder for, but your visual art comes more naturally? Or is it vice versa? Like, which one comes easier to you? Which artistry?
Music. But I be feeling like, music is pretty much the way that I vent. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times I feel like when I'm writing songs, that shit skip over like, it comes from some source that's not me, that's not my brain, because once I write it down and listen to it and take it in, I'm like, I didn't even know I felt this way. But I definitely feel this way, but I didn't even know I felt this way.
That is the crazy thing about words, bro. like how, for example, like the YouTube video I released and whatever. And
shout out to the YouTube. Yeah, you gotta check that out. You gotta drop your YouTube real quick.
It's just my name. You know,
spell it.
NADIFAH. Real cool like that.
Shawty dropped the YouTube video. That whole went viral, big time.
Yeah, it's actually crazy. Like I'm trying to like, you know. Get my TikTok game out. Like low key, I know you use ads when you shout people out. Low key, use my TikToks. I'm trying to build.
Your TikTok.
I'm trying to build that up because
What's your TikTok?
It's still my name.
Okay.
It's just like how my.
Is it with an I this time?
No, it's not. Somebody got it for some reason. So it's just like how my Instagram username used to be.
Okay.
So yeah, when you shout
the
me
default
out,
with an L, y'all.
Yeah, from my TikTok.
Follow me on instead of I.
I don't like using TikTok, but that's what the girlies be on. So
okay. Who is the girlies?
Just people. I don't know why I said girlies. That's just, you know what I say. But what was I going there with that? Yeah, with the video, the way like I'm expressing my words and stuff like that, I feel like a lot of people was in there saying like, dang, you put words to what I've been feeling. Like you putting words to it. So I think that like
I had to, bro, because I felt the same way, goddamn. It come from a whole different perspective than my perspective, but it's still accurate type shit.
And that's the beautiful thing about like language, because it's like it's so connecting to like so many different people. And like the thing is, you only gonna watch something and internalize it through your perspective. Like you only know yours, so something can inspire you in different ways that you wouldn't even think that it would have inspired you. And so when I made what I made, I have this thing where I'm like very, very visual with my words. Like, I think the poem it started off was like, started off saying, oh, by the way, the video was me.
Oh, God, I was finna go there.
The video was me.
You gotta tell the whole, like,
for sure.
Everything.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to like the whole thing, but we gonna just, end this thought off. But basically, I bought a one-way ticket and moved 8,000 miles away.
Yeah, shout out to that. Yeah.
To Somalia. And to be honest, I really had to come back pretty abruptly because of just conflict that was happening in neighbor countries. And I just didn't have enough resources just in case if things hit the fan. I just wanted to be well-equipped. But I do have intentions on leaving America.
Okay.
I definitely have intentions.
I ain't gonna give you no hand clap for that because I don't want you to leave. But whatever. I might leave one day.
I mean, to be honest, the world is big, but it really ain't that big. Like, it's nothing but a flight. And I think, like, yeah. But with the video itself, and I was getting to the point, like, I started off the poem because I'm leading to the whole idea of, like, words and it being something that connects people and it also being something that you can really manipulate to meaning something way deeper. So yeah. I started off the poem saying something along the lines of, there's so much beauty in being a beginner, to be a blank canvas in a land so new. I could have much easily just been like, I went to a new place, I was confused. Mm-hmm. You know, but that doesn't really truly illustrate there's so much beauty in being a beginner. I'm a beginner, but I'm realizing I'm being grateful for like being this vulnerable and being this like I'm being I feel like a baby.
For sure. Say that line again.
There's so much beauty in being a beginner, to be a blank canvas in a land so new.
For sure. I feel that. I definitely feel that.
Yeah. So it's painting.
That's my favorite button. I don't know what the other buttons do. They left.
But you know this one.
I know this one for sure. I know that one.
I got you.
This one is the. That's it.
I'm gonna crack a joke so you can use that. I'm gonna think of something and I'm gonna go like this.
Yeah. Okay.
So
you gotta pay attention.
I'm probably not gonna do it.
Okay. I said I gotta pay attention so I can catch it.
I'm probably gonna forget that myself. But yeah, words is a really interesting thing. You can change narratives by the language you use.
Yeah.
You can change the way you think by the words you use. So I just try to be really intentional when I do that.
For sure.
So with music, it's like a good way. Like it's like using the lyrics and stuff like that. So I can see with that. Like for me, poetry is my thing.
Yeah, I like poetry too.
Poetry is nice. You get all your feelings out on the page. Yeah, it's really cool.
I've been learning lately how to translate. I write when I write, right? But I feel like I write raps. You know what I'm saying? I don't write poetry, but I'm in this space where I'm trying to translate my raps into poetry, which just means that I have a different delivery. You know what I'm saying? But it's still a struggle. Like, it ain't easy. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure. For sure. That's why I never. I stick it to my lane of just like literature and poetry. That's my strong suit.
That's your strong suit.
That's my strong suit.
For sure. Turn up.
I be trying, but yeah. I didn't know if you want me to dig into the whole spiel of because I know you wanted to talk about my experience and stuff like that. I
definitely did. Come on now.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, we fresh back in America.
Can I tell them? You told them I went 8,000 miles away. Can I tell them where you moved to?
I think I said Somalia.
You did? Okay, so boom. She moved to Somalia, y'all, from the south of the America, the very racist country as south of America, to Somalia. I don't know nothing about Somalia, so I can't like compare it to where we at now. But I know about right here. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Where'd you go? You go over there? How long you stay?
I've been gone for it was like almost 8 months. About
8 months, almost a year.
Yeah, almost a year. I really did not want to come back. I'm gonna be real with you.
For real?
No, not yet. I didn't feel ready to come. I left. So my initial reason of leaving, I've been wanting to go there since I was a little girl. Like that's been something I've been wanting to do forever because my mother's Somali, and like I've always just felt like that piece of me was something that I haven't been able to just be in its full capacity. And it's just something I always want to do. And I also feel like, to be honest, I will be able to understand myself, understand my mother, understand her side of the family just more, but actually being in the land, you know. I also too was trying to like develop my language speaking skills, and I was also just getting closer to my spiritual and cultural values and like getting closer to Islam. And I just felt like all of that kind of wrapped into one while going to Somalia, and those all the things that I got to tap real deep into. And I know it's actually really funny because a lot of people were messaging me about like, oh, what do you do like for fun there and stuff like that? What do you do like all these things? And like, granted, like I've had a ton of fun, but the things that I consider fun, I don't think everybody considers fun. Like they're like, oh, did they have any nightclubs? Did they have any this? Like that's not my vibe.
So what you consider fun?
I consider like quality time with people, really intentional time with people, fun. So like, there's like I do like a lot of picnics on like the creeks and the rivers. We'll be like with the camels and all the cute stuff. A lot of like indoor things with like family members, cousins, and friends. I can go anything that I did here, I did there. So I went to the library, I went to coffee shop. I'm people like the thing is I consider my people might think lame, but I really enjoy doing it. Like I'm a reader, I'm a bookworm, I'm a coffee head. I'm an artist, so I just did things like I would go somewhere and write, or I'll walk to class, or I'll walk the city. I would go to restaurants, like just anything I would normally do. But I'm just not that's not.
You feel like it's lame for like people in America that's your age, or people in America in general?
I think a lot of people just generally do not really enjoy going to the library and reading a book, and like find joy from that, like real joy from that. I don't think it's everybody's cup of tea. However, there is hub. I'm not gonna say that it's not hubs of people that like that. Like for me, like me going to like party like events, I don't really find that fun.
You don't like that?
Not really, no.
I love to go party.
And I really kind of like limit me even just doing it in general. I know in the past I used to do it a lot, like before I kind of was getting more spiritually and culturally endowed, but like now it doesn't really feel me. Like if I want to hang out with somebody that I want to have quality time with, like I want to plan something that we actually both enjoy and just really had that quality time. I feel like with like social events and stuff like that, it's just so much just like filling the space. But people enjoy that though. But me, I'm a real like deep, intentional, like that's just me. I'm just, and you know, and I think too, like my personality is too deep and serious for a party. Like I mean, want to talk about feelings and stuff. Like, I might want to do that one day, you know. So that's just, but I don't feel fed from that. And also too, it doesn't really fit the trajectory I'm going. Like that type of atmosphere just doesn't fit where I'm at.
Yeah. You feel bad about it?
Feel bad about what?
Do you feel bad about like leaning away from what you may feel is typical for?
No. I would say though that I like I do be like struggling to find like real good connections with people. Like cause not everybody be on that. And even if and the thing is, I'm realizing that's another reason why I just had to delete like Instagram and stuff like that, cause there's a lot of flogging on.
A lot of flogging, hell yeah. A lot of
flogging on the web. Yeah. And so like people will be posting, "Oh, I'm doing yoga at the park and I'm reading a book." But they're not reading that book. Know that they do some yoga. And it's actually it's actually kind of like bizarre, because then when you like actually think you like met somebody that's interested in some of the things you're interested in, you're like, "Oh, okay, I can connect with this person." Then when you speak with them about those particular things, they don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And so I don't really like that. So I like when people are real. So if you just yourself, just be upfront who you are, and like we can go from there. But there's just a lot of that. So I don't to answer your question though, I ain't never mind not being. I think trying to be agreeable and relatable is overrated.
Yeah.
Because why would I need to do that? Why would I need to morph myself to be able to make sense to the people so they can easily
people do it. People do it, and I just talked about. I shot an episode yesterday, by myself, and I was most definitely talking about number one, being rejected most of the time. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just not interested in the shit that most people be interested in. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Right? Also, I think that the way I carry myself has a lot to do with why the fuck I'm rejected a lot of the times. But also, it's crazy because the people that if you just looking at me and judging me based off the way I dress, the people that typically dress and carry themselves the way I do, I cannot stand to be around them niggas. And most of the time, I can't stand to be around them niggas because it's not safe. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas don't care about nobody but themselves. And that don't have nothing to do with, like, the way that they dress. You know what I'm saying? That's about them personally. But, you know what I'm saying? Go back. Rejection. Nigga, I was in here crying. Okay.
I mean,
I was in here crying because I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? I had went to this branding event one time. You know, I think you have personal brands, and then it was another type of brand. And she was telling you about how to build your brand. And I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to build my brand if I'm, you know what I'm saying, I'm constantly getting rejected most of the time. And she was like, that's how you find your audience quicker. She's like, you looking at it like a curse, but it's really a blessing. You feel me?
For sure. I look at a lot of like setbacks as blessing. I mean, mostly, honestly, all setbacks I look at as a blessing.
That's what they say. Rejection is protection. That's what they be saying.
And that's facts.
It don't feel like protection. Goddamn.
I think because we're humans, and so our minds are limited, and so we don't be knowing everything that God got in store for us. Like I think. And sometimes, like, granted that we human, so, like, if I have a setback, that doesn't mean that I don't be like, dang, I really wish it went this way. But, like, to be honest, anytime that I'm more grateful that it did not go the way I want, real quick, it go even better. Like, for example, even with, like, the YouTube stuff, there's so many times that I, like, even, like, try to record stuff or attempt to do it, and it just wouldn't go my way. But then the moment, when I had that video, it's funny, the first video, when I edited and I was ready to post it, I was like, I don't like it. I was like, I don't like it. And I was like, and I was doubting myself, but I had to do something that I did. Like, that I didn't feel like was within what I wanted to do. So like we plan, but God is the best of planners. Like it's certain things that's just out of our like control. Like you know what I'm saying? So like the best thing you can do is do the best thing you can do. Like, you know, the best that you can do is the best that you can do. So like when I think the more, at least for me, and I think I really will hold this true for everybody. The more that gratitude is shown, the more blessings that you receive. Like the more you like are more gracious for the things you have, and like you okay when things pivot. Like, cause things be pivoting. It pivots a lot. But I think like if I just take the downfalls as like lessons, really. Like it's just something I can learn from.
For sure. Shit. I forgot. We was talking earlier. I don't even want to bring that up. No, I don't. Yeah. I was thinking about earlier. So boom, we was talking earlier. Okay, so can we talk?
I mean, it's cool.
Can we talk about religion?
No, for sure.
For sure, a little bit. All right, so I was raised in a non-denominational Christian church. My mama married the pastor's son. My mama married the pastor. My father died when I was 4. He was shot in the head. My mama 4 years later after that, she married the pastor's son in the church. We was talking about the Trinity. You know what I'm saying? God the Father and the Holy Spirit. And I don't know. That was just on my mind.
No, for sure.
You gotta tell them how you was raised.
Yeah, for sure. I was raised Muslim. I grew up in a Somali American household, so Muslim values and Islamic values always been in my life. It's never, and I never consider myself anything but Muslim. Even the moments of my life where I wasn't practicing to my fullest, and even now, like there's things that I want to be able to be a more devout Muslim and just improve my faith. But, you know, it's a work in progress. I try not to be too hard on myself, and I just make sure that my intentions are pure, and every day I try to do better. But I grew up Muslim, and I actually kind of found myself drifting away from Islam, but not in the way of, I never disbelieved in God, and I never said that I wasn't Muslim, but I wasn't actively practicing.
Yeah.
And it's just really because I didn't know nothing about the religion, to be honest with you, other than the core values. Like, the core values is things that, like, it was unshakable within me. But
what's the core values?
Belief in one God, and that any worship, any praise is to God. Mm-hmm. It's to God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that the final messenger is Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And that the teachings that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said throughout his lifespan, throughout the revelations of getting the Quran revealed to him, are things that we live by. And another thing about Islam that I knew, like, just from my ages of, like, growing up, just like basic core values, is just the fact that all of the core scriptures that we know to this day, like the Torah, the Bible, stuff like that, all came from the same source, but throughout time, people, like, started to corrupt it, just do for power, just do for, like, things that humans want, power, like, I can't think about any other words, like corruption, greed, all these things. And so the idea of the Quran is that it's never been changed. Like, there is like the original copies of the Quran, and there's like millions of people, millions of Muslims that know the Quran verbatim from the first page to the last page. So if they were to burn every single book in the world, tomorrow the Quran would be made word for word exactly how it was written. So, and there's even in the Quran that, like, that was saying, like, we have revealed this book and we will preserve this book. So the whole idea is, like, the same, and you will see that a lot of messages, like, and that's how I was telling you before, like, Christianity has a lot of things that align with Islam, but a lot of things that don't. But a lot of the things that do, it's because they all came from the same source, which is God. So the more I start to research Islam, and the thing is, like, I kind of dibble-dabble in a little bit of everything as far as, like, research. And that's something else I find really beautiful about Islam, is the fact that it emphasizes researching. Like, it's like, if you, like, go learn, go look at other things, like, you know what I'm saying? And then the more you keep searching, the more you keep searching and with the intentions of looking for the truth, you're going to find the truth. And it's going to lead you back to the source, which is God. So, like, that's the whole idea of the Quran. But I did not have that faith in my heart until probably around, I would say, about, like, 19. I had it in my heart. I didn't start to like fully practice until like 1920, 22 now. And between 21, 22, I've been like practicing way more than I did in the previous years. But inshallah, I will be getting better as time goes on, just with my practices and making sure that I'm just really intentional. A good example, inshallah, and spreading some good positivity.
For sure.
Yeah.
So, like in your first YouTube video, what was the title?
I moved to a Muslim country.
I moved to a Muslim country, right?
For my peace.
For your peace. I moved to a Muslim country for my peace. In that video, you speak a lot about American culture.
For sure.
And the difference.
Yeah.
Or what you feel the difference is, or why you didn't necessarily like it. You know what I'm saying? You want to elaborate?
Touch on that? Yeah. For sure.
That was, cause I fuck with it. Like, I felt it. And like, you saying things that shit I be feeling.
Yeah.
Well, I might say it to some people, but I ain't talking about it all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, it's actually something really big for me. Even before, like, I start to get closer to Islam, it's just something that I just noticed. Like, America, to be honest, doesn't really have a culture. It's a hub to make money. It's a country to make money. So,
right.
Like, with those intentions in mind, everything else that is fruitful for human development, like community and love and culture and all these things are kind of put on the back burner. And beyond all else, just like being spiritually connected, like all those things go on the back burner because money's the focus.
Right.
And at the end of the video, I did talk about, and it's honestly something that kind of encompasses the whole conversation. At the end, I was saying something along the lines of that, like, we're all a slave to something, whether we like it or not, because we're human. We latch ourselves on to something just in the needs of wanting to feel connected to something.
For sure.
And a lot of those things are fleeting gains. So, like, a lot of it's like sometimes you're a slave to your job, you're a slave to money, you're a slave to status, you're a slave to popularity, you're a slave to clout, you're a slave to the list will go on. But like something that like you feel like you have to prove yourself to. And, like, that's kind of filled all over through America, especially, like, money, fame, and all these things. Like, it's, like, overly encompassing. And, like, so it's, like, nobody is asking the real questions, bro. Like, nobody, and it's kind of, and it's so interesting because I felt those things while living, because I've been in America my whole life. So I felt those things while living in America. But, like, once I left, it truly energetically in the air felt different. Like, and it's crazy. And there's so many people was in the comments, too. They were like, out of all places, you picked one of the poorest countries and da-da-da-da. It's so funny because Somalia was voted, I think, one of the most happiest country with the people in it. Like, one of the most happy. I think Nigeria, Somalia, and there was some other countries. And it's like, yeah, the fact that these people don't have as much technological advances as America, but they are thriving in happiness. Like, it will be it, and you will be walking down the street and someone will just hand you money.
Yeah.
Because that's just how it is. And like, people are just kind people. I seen one time somebody, it was this homeless lady on the street. I saw a Muslim woman walk up to her and was like, "Come on, we're gonna go get some food." And she sat with her. They was eating some food. Like, they're not moving like that in America. It's just very community oriented and very loving. And like, granted, and I'm not just saying that there's no hostility there, but just overall, since people are like believing people, and they have like some type of grounding energy of what they know is true, the energy and the atmosphere is different. And so with America's very like, get this money, get this, if you ain't get, okay, get this money. And then people would do anything. Yeah. And sometimes not even just for the money. And that's, some people would do anything for the fame. Yeah. And it's like, life a little more deeper than that. And so I think that people are going for these fleeting gains, and that's a really overly encompassing in America. So that's basically a lot of what I was talking about in the video. And it would just start to be draining. Like, I really, to be honest with you, inshallah, I don't plan on raising my family here. I really don't. I really don't. I'm not going to lie to you.
You don't plan on raising your family in America?
Absolutely not.
Okay, that's fine.
Absolutely not. I think right now, like, I'm 22 years old, so I don't have all the resources in the world. Like, I literally, it's funny because I think a lot of people in them comments think I got money, bro. Like, they're thinking, like...
Why they said it? Why you...
I mean, because I just packed and left and took a one-way ticket with very little plan on what I'm going to do.
Maybe they do.
But literally, like, I barely had no money, bro. I barely had money. I'm not gonna disclose how much money I had, but just know I barely had money. Like I barely had money. Like
just moving on faith. Y'all believe in it?
100%. I believe that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will guide me to what I need to be guided to and steer me away from what I need to be straight to when I see guidance.
Okay, turn up.
So it was funny because I was nervous. Before I bought the ticket. Mm-hmm. Once I pressed submit and that ticket was bought, all of my worries went away.
For real.
I was on the plane. I ain't never went out the country before in my life, but I was on that plane like, do.
Yeah, just moving.
I'm chilling, right? And even when I got there, and I'm gonna be real, I really did not fully recognize that that I was there. Except I think like 2 months in, I ain't gonna lie. I think one thing about me, like I move and then my mind process. Like I move so quick and then my mind processes it like later.
A little later.
Yeah, so I was like, dang. And also it had this beauty song. It had this beautiful and amazing things, but at the same time, it was very difficult. Mm-hmm. They spoke very quickly. Mm-hmm. I knew how to speak Somali just at home, but it's really basic stuff like really basic stuff like "Hoy, what are you doing?" or like "I want food." Like it's just very or like I'm leaving, I'm going here. Just really like quick statements. Mm-hmm. Being able to talk the way I'm talking now, but translating to Somali, I still can't do that now. Like, mm-hmm. it's something I'm still learning. But so to go to a whole country and that's all everyone's speaking, no one's speaking English. It was very difficult. Yeah, it was extremely difficult. And me connecting with people is through my words, so it felt isolating at times, but I was with so much family, so it was never that bad. But like isolating to the point where I'm like I'm sitting with a group of friends and stuff like that, and everyone's talking, and I'm understanding like word here, and I gotta like use context clues to string sentences together, and sometimes I would get it, and sometimes I don't get it. So sometimes I'm looking lost, and sometimes I understand it. Sometimes I laugh when they laugh because I got the joke, but like sometimes I be just laughing when they laugh because I don't get the joke. You feel me? So
that's funny.
Yeah, I was definitely taken out of my comfort zone, and that really taught me how to learn all over again. To be real with you, like. I feel like I got really comfortable with being comfortable, so I'm glad that I got uncomfortable.
Did you cry while you was over there?
Did I cry? Did I cry? Yes, I've cried. I cried from missing my family. I cried from I think my biggest insecurity is I hate feeling incompetent.
Okay.
I hate feeling it. That's like, and if somebody like aims to try to make me feel stupid, like that actually will really hurt my feelings. Like that's something that really, it's like an insecurity of mine, right? So. Somebody could say something and they wouldn't even be trying to make me feel like stupid. Yeah. But since I'm insecure about that, I'm be like, they be trying to make me feel stupid.
You like being the smartest person in the room?
No, that's not true.
Oh, okay.
That's not true. But I like to
suggest.
Yeah, I don't like to be the smartest in the room because I like to feel like once you're the smartest in the room, you need to go to a new room.
For sure.
You need to go to a new room. I don't like to feel like the smartest in the room. I like to still feel like I'm learning, but I don't like being the not smartest in the room. Okay. I don't like being, the very low, like I don't know nothing. Like I was in classes learning Arabic and learning Somali, and there was 5-year-olds running laps over me.
That's okay.
They was running laps over me, and they was teaching me stuff. But guess what? I'm a very humble person, so I can learn something from a 5-year-old. I can learn something from a baby. I can learn something from an old person. I can learn something. I don't discriminate who I can learn from.
I be trying to get my grandma to get there. She not there. She not there at all.
A lot of people aren't. A lot of people got a lot of pride in them, so like they feel like I'm not gonna learn something.
And this one thing, okay, like when I say I try to get my grandma to get there, she got this thing about her where she's like, if you're not a person of God, then I don't want to listen to you. And I just be like, bro, you can learn from anybody, and they don't have to be a Christian for you to learn from. Like you can learn from the bum off the street if you need to. But she'll shut you down.
I think it's also too all about like being respectful to one another, like being respectful. I think that like somebody could like have their beliefs because like there's things about what I believe that I'm not gonna budge on, but that does not mean that I'm not gonna listen to what somebody listen to somebody because you never know. And then also too like I think you can learn a lot by just learning someone that sees things very different than you, but that does not mean you have to adapt their belief. I think that's when it's kind of like like problematic is when like you you stand strong in something you believe in, but anytime somebody come around you forward your beliefs for somebody else.
Oh yeah.
You forward what you know is true, just to kind of like how I was saying before, being relatable and being agreeable.
Yeah.
If you believe in something, believe in what you believe in. But somebody can coexist and say what they believe in. You listen to them, and you may learn something from it. But that don't mean you have to like.
Yeah, we can agree to disagree.
Yeah, you don't gotta shake your beliefs to So yeah.
It's this thing. I guess I'm gonna say in Christianity. It's this thing in Christianity where they be like, God did not come to save the righteous. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all believe it?
Repeat that again.
God did not come to save the righteous.
Did not come to save the righteous.
Yeah.
Well, we don't believe that God.
He gonna come.
Came
anywhere.
Yeah, God. Like I think that's the big difference between Islam and Christianity, because Christianity.
Like the thing about like God coming. I mean, Jesus coming back and like. Saving all the people and shit.
That's the thing. Like Christians, and this is. I'm not disrespecting our religion. We just don't believe that as Muslims. Right. But like, we don't use Jesus as synonymous with God.
Right.
God is an entity that we as humans cannot even fathom. Like God is the creator that made this whole universe. We can't even, as humans, we cannot even look at the sun for too long without our eyes burning. So like, it's God, and Islam is a creator that is all powerful, all knowing. Like, you know, all of the qualities of a God, but like, it kind of contradicts Islam to say that Jesus is God, because once you put the abilities that God is in a human, now it's kind of restricted, because humans are only so much. So like God is beyond all that, but we do value Jesus. May peace be upon him, is very valued in Islam, very very valued, and so like that's not something that we disagree with as far as Jesus being a prophet, but we don't believe that Jesus is a God though that came to save.
What I don't know what the fuck, I might be saying it wrong, but
no, Christians do believe that. That's the thing. Christians do believe.
So
that.
What I was saying, so like. So like in my head, of course Jesus is different from God. You know what I'm saying? But it's like God in human form type shit. From my understanding, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like I don't see him as the same thing, but I do see him as a representation of. You know what I'm saying? This is a man who walked, who like whatever lessons God wanted you to learn, he exemplified all of them. You know what I'm saying? He showed you how this was the person that was the example of do this, don't do this.
No, do sure. This, and don't do this. And that's what a prophet is. That's what a prophet is. A prophet is like a messenger to deliver God's messages.
Okay.
So like that, at least that's how. So I'm not trying to like tell you what. I'm just saying what we believe as Muslims. So it still line up with what you just said. Yeah. The fact that like.
So Muhammad not like the same thing as a Jesus?
I mean, it's prophets like the same way like Moses is a prophet, the same way Noah is a prophet, the same way Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is a prophet, the way that Jesus is a prophet. Like these are all prophets. Same way that Abraham is a prophet. You know what I'm saying? So all these are prophets that were sent by God to teach humanity. But like a lot of the prophets were sent to very particular places. Like for example, like Jesus was sent to the Israelites, and then like I'm not gonna, and Moses was too, but I'm not gonna speak on all the prophets. Like I know exactly where all of them are sent to. But I do know that the big thing about Islam is that Prophet Muhammad was the last prophet, and that he was sent for all of humanity because of all of the corruption that was happening with all of the scriptures before. Like it kept getting changed, and somebody wanted power for this, and like so much was happening. So much happened. So much empires and so much power and so much changing so it can fit the narratives of whoever was in power at the time.
Right.
So that's why a lot of it has like a lot of contradictions and stuff like that.
And I just want to say that like I was raised Christian, but that just means that I was raised Christian. That just means that, growing up, I went to church Sunday, Wednesday, Thursday, and you know what I'm saying, I was supposed to be learning something while I was there. Did I learn it? I don't know. Maybe a little bit. Maybe some of it stuck with me, some of it didn't. You know what I'm saying? Do I have like I am I'm a gay woman, you know what I'm saying? And being raised in the church that I was raised in, that's not something that you are allowed to be. Like damn near you can't be gay and a Christian at the same time. Like I've had people tell me that. Do I believe it? No. But because I just believe that, like, you know what I'm saying, we tell people to come as they are. Like as Christians, we tell people to come as they are, and then once they get there,
Christians all about like that's what they
supposed to be about. But once they, but like the way people practice it, it don't be working out like that. Cause I sat in church and seen people come as you are, and then when they get there, you tell them they gotta dress like this, and you need to do this, and you do this, and your skirt need to be longer, and don't wear heels that high, and put your cleavage up. And I get it, you know what I'm saying? Respect the space, but at the same time, I ain't let people be, you know what I'm saying? So like, so as a a gay person in church, it's like down there you not even welcome in the church because you gay. Like you can't believe in God. You can't tell. You can't like. It's no way. You're an abomination. I made a post yesterday on Instagram. Mm-hmm. I was just going off. I was just going off about not wanting to be a man. Like I'm gay. I like women. I didn't never said I wanted to be a man. Like I don't give a fuck about how I dress. That ain't got shit to do with wanting to be a man. It got shit to do with wanting men not to talk to me. I thought that because you know what I'm saying. If you were like boom, you a man, you gay or straight. If you gay, you like men. If you straight, you like women. But if you you know what I'm saying, I'm not a man, so the gay man not gonna like me, boom. And if I look like a man, then the straight man wouldn't like me. That's how I felt, but that's not how shit be working out. Like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I feel like
it's not how it be working out at all.
Yeah, I think like this like a. I think it's something that's supposed to reflect in all religions, but I know it reflects in Islam. It's like there's no compulsory in Islam, which compulsory basically means that there's no forcing. Like no one should force their religion onto you. Mm-hmm. Like that's like a really big thing, and I think that's like something that should just be universal in general. Like this life is built upon choices, mm-hmm. and at the end of the day, the only person that can judge any of us is God. Period. So like I don't like believe in the whole like somebody trying to force someone to do anything or force someone to believe in anything, because the truth will come to the person however it's supposed to come to them.
You hear me? That's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
They tell you everything happens for a reason. Okay, if everything happens for a reason, and God know everything, then why the fuck can't this happen for a reason? You know what I'm saying? So when I say this, I mean me being a homosexual.
Yeah, everything
homosexual.
Everything is already written. Everything's already written, and God's all knowing, all wise. And
you get what I'm saying?
So yeah, that's not. And I know there's things that I do that probably go against Islam. Actually, it's some things that I do I know probably go against Islam, but like I think like I said before, only God can judge me, and I know that every day I'm trying to become a better person.
Right, and I think I think that at the center of it. At the center of it, religion, Christianity, it's about, for me, or what I've learned, what I took from it, what is about your heart posture. You know what I'm saying? It's about how you choose to show up and your intentions, and do you apologize? You know what I'm saying? Are you able to, you know what I'm saying, tell people that you're wrong? Are you able to not be revengeful? Are you able to apologize, forgive people?
Those things are so big. Those things are so big for me. Like being someone that's forgiving someone, because like how the conversation was had before. Like I just think that like being a forgiving person is a reflection on yourself. To be honest, like, and when I mean forgiving person, I don't mean forget. Right. I don't mean forget. People done did me wrong, and I forgave them simply for like my own, like for me to like release that, and for me just to be like, I'm gonna let God hold it, you know. Yeah. And like there's no need for me to hold on to the hate. So I forgive people, but I don't forget. So like if somebody does me, like say for instance, if there's a situation, someone does me wrong, I just know I'm not going to approach that person in that same manner that I did before, because I learned my lesson. So yeah, that's a big thing for me, and like I don't try to. Yeah, I think that God is the best of planners, man, and I'm still learning. I'm still learning. I'm just grateful though that I'm being brought to knowledge that is healing me.
For sure.
Alhamdulillah.
For sure. We gonna wrap this joint up. You already dropped your socials one time, but you should drop them one more time again.
Nadifa with an L, N-A-D, L-F-A-H. I think that's for my YouTube too. It's the same ad name.
Everywhere.
Yeah, just that. But,
TikTok. She's not on Instagram.
So it's really just
YouTube.
So it's just TikTok.
TikTok, YouTube. That's it.
That's really.
You on Facebook?
That's for my family. So no.
She said she's not on Facebook. Leave her alone.
I'm not on Facebook.
And you can, what's up?
That's it.
And you can follow me On Instagram, you can follow the Shay Shack on Instagram. That's at T.S.P.H and the Shay Shack Production House, SHEA. If you don't know how to spell the Shack or Production House something, you don't need to be following me. That's it. And you know what I'm saying? You know, hit us up there. And we'll probably finish this conversation later. Hey, we out.
Slam.